Hey there, world. Alright, so this is not a stage look, although I suppose it could be around Halloween with all the crazy, like, zombie, wacky themed shows going on. This was inspired by a former dance sister of mine, Kachina. She mentioned doing a zipper-faced alien for a Halloween contest at work, and it reminded me of the series V, which I absolutely love, and really angry ABC's not continuing it. But anywho, so this is kind of a thing for her. She just inspired it. So this is basically V with the human suit being ripped off type deal. So that's it. It uses a lot of liquid latex and toilet paper, and I got all the supplies for this for probably about $5. It's really inexpensive to do if you know where to shop. And basically it uses just, besides the liquid latex and the fake blood and the zombie blood goo, everything in my makeup arsenal. I tried to keep the regular face sort of neutral. The V's, they're sort of very prim and proper and try to come off as the best sort of people, and their makeup looks are simple but pretty. So I just tried to keep this part, and this part, bleh. So there you have it. Stay tuned, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Go ahead and
Bye.
mix up your liquid latex, pouring it out into some sort of container. You're going to want to use a brush that you are okay with throwing away, and add a single layer of liquid latex directly to well-cleaned skin. You want to try to get all of your oils off. After the latex is on, go ahead and take a single ply piece of toilet paper, add it on top of the latex, and then go back in with more liquid latex on top of the toilet paper. Once it's stuck on, you can go ahead and just gently pull any sort of excess toilet paper that's on your face off. Add another layer of liquid latex, and then another layer of toilet paper. And another layer of latex, and another layer of toilet paper. You're going to keep alternating this until you get a nice firm base. You want it thick enough that you can go ahead and cut it into with scissors, and it'll hold up on its own. It won't wrinkle or anything like that. Just keep on removing that excess. And then eventually you're going to want to start building up into the center only. And again, just alternating between liquid latex and toilet paper, liquid latex and toilet paper, liquid latex and toilet paper. It's a pretty tedious process, but it gets the job done. And eventually, when you get it nice and thick, you are going to go ahead and start blending the liquid latex out onto your skin. And then fan, 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 and fan until it is completely dry. Alright, so once you're done fanning, it's still going to be a little bit tacky. That's just how the liquid latex works. So you're going to need to go in with a powder. You can use a translucent powder. I'm using a Maron setting powder here. Or if you don't have that or don't feel like going to get it, you can use just a regular concealer type powder. You're going to want to just dust it and then poke at it every few brushes just to see if you've gotten all the tacky spots. You need to definitely make sure you get them all. Once that powder is on, you're going to go in with your foundation and start covering up that latex. Don't worry if it looks a little lumpy. It's not going to matter when we get later into the steps. Go ahead in. I'm using a BB cream per usual, and then I'm actually using an e.l.f. Mineral Foundation in a powder on top of it, and then a Avon covering concealer stick to smooth out the area around the liquid latex and blend it into the skin as best I can. If I was actually going to wear this out, I probably would have added more liquid latex around the edges just to blend it more. Once that's all done, you're going to go in with a pair of scissors and be extremely careful doing this. You're going to cut between your skin and the top of the liquid latex. Like I said, be super duper duper careful. You might want to start the cut by taking a pair of tweezers and just poking it into the latex. That's what I did. It seems to protect your actual flesh pretty well and gets a good area open for you to get in there with the scissors. So once you've got your slice, you're going to go ahead and go in and gently start to peel apart the liquid latex. Well, I should say firm latex now, because it's firm now. So just go ahead and pull the flap of skin down, and then the upper flap is going to be pulled over. Okay, so after adding a foundation to the skin flap, you want to go in with a green base. I'm just using Color Tattoo in Emerald, and go ahead and add that to your fair skin to set a nice base. After the base is on, go ahead and in with your green shadows and start adding that. I really did find that if you don't add the base, the shadow is not going to stick to your skin very well, so you really do need that base. Once your shadow is set, go in with the liquid latex and start following the natural contour of your cheek. You're kind of creating your little V muscles here that show up on when the human skin is ripped off. I added my lowest line right around my jawbone, and everything from there up, I just followed the curve. And then once I got to that line, I started drawing lines down in the opposite direction for a little bit of contrast. Go ahead in and add more liquid latex onto the lines you've already made for a little bit more of definition. And then go in and add liquid latex to the skin flap to kind of create like gooey textureness. Once it's mostly dry, you can go in with another color green on top of the liquid latex lines just to give them a little more depth, and then fan. While it's drying, go ahead and add your contours and your blush. So pro tip when applying blush, if you are not wearing glasses, odds are you're going to add too much, like I did. That's what blending is for after all. Alright, so now we're going to go in with our reds. Start with pink and add it to the skin flap, and then a little bit of red on top of that. You don't want complete coverage. It's alright if this looks a little blotchy. That's how the skin looks when it's been ripped from the bee's body. This is a pleasant video. Once you've got your pink, go in with your fake blood and start dabbing it. Now, I have purchased a really cheaply made fake blood, which actually worked out to my benefit because of its gel-like consistency. When the skin is ripped from the bee's body, it doesn't actually bleed. It's more like a gooey, sticky, pinky slime type texture. So it's not real blood-esque. It's more like what I have here. Go ahead and add a few little lines to your V skin underneath. And then you are going to go in, after you're done with the red, with this green. It's just called zombie blood. It's just like fake blood except green, and you're going to add that to your green V skin. Add lipstick and any other finishing touches you would like to your normal human pretty makeup, and enjoy. I hope everybody liked this really bizarre, weird, crazy tutorial. I had a lot of fun doing it, and there you have it, finished V.
purchase and 60-month financing. Don't miss the collection.